Hi, I'm Asher, and welcome to Edible Education with Ocean View School District. Today, we're with Emily at Steel Acre Farms, and boy, what fun is it gonna be! Ocean View School District serves these fresh, locally sourced foods to students every day. Be sure to check them out in your school's cafeteria to get a taste.
I decided to be a farmer because I love to be outside and I wanted to work with my hands and kind of stay in motion. I couldn't imagine myself at a desk job. I also wanted to connect with my food in a really meaningful way. And what I realized is that growing food gave me a really deep connection with how I consumed food and my overall health. To me, regenerative agriculture is stewarding the land in a way that's honoring and in relationship with nature, the animals, the plants, the soil, and all the natural resources that we're stewarding. And it's taking care of the people, figuring out how to have a farming system that is paying not only a living wage to sustain a workforce, and so that we can have small-scale farms in the future, using less and less inputs over time from outside and off the farm, using on-site waste and keeping it here so that we can turn that back into nutrients to be useful for our crops, for all of those plants to break down and turn into useful soil again for us, so we don't have to go and buy compost or buy more fertilizer. And we do, but I want to be able to do that less over time, having a relationship with the people you are supplying food to, being open and honest about our practices and that we're trying to get better over time. In arid Southern California also is making sure we don't waste water, but we also want to hold on to the water that we use. So we use mulch and we use cover crops, plant really densely, so we plant lots of carrots in a bed so that the carrot tops kind of create a little umbrella over the soil. And what that does is it shades the soil underneath on that soil surface, and it keeps the soil nice and moist. Otherwise, that water would evaporate in any hot summer sun that we have. We have raised pigs about 3 times now, and on a small organic farm, for us, it's really important to have animals rotating in the field before the crop is planted or after the crop is harvested, because they help root and eat bugs, and they eat weeds that are really hard for us to manage. And so they're a really integral part of our farm system. And when they are done kind of rooting and moving through this area where the crop will be, we move them to the back of the field there. And we give them the best life they can possibly have before we process them and feed our community with pork. Radishes are a really reliable crop for us. You plant the seed and they grow very quickly, and you can almost guarantee that you're gonna get a radish. When you plant the seed, it only takes 35 days for a radish to grow. Go and visit a farm. If you're interested, or if you think you're interested in farming or learning a little bit more about growing food, reaching out to your smaller local farms to ask them to point you in the right direction and how to get involved. Use them as a local resource.
Now that we've seen how things grow, let's see what our chef can make.
All right, today we're with Private Chef Talin. And what are we gonna be making today, Chef?
Well, we've got some pita chips with some kefir cheese that you can make easily from scratch, super quick. Kalamata olives, and our highlight ingredient, radishes.
Ooh, I love radishes.
I know. We're gonna start by cutting up some pita into different sizes so that could make our pita chip, and we'll stick it in the toaster. Me personally, I'm a rustic kind of girl, so I just tear it with my hands, but if you wanna use a knife, you can go for it. Yeah, however you wanna serve it to your guests.
All right, so what next?
Okay, so next we're gonna put those in the toaster.
Hot.
It's hot.
Yes.
The first thing that we could do is we want to slice those radishes. Now you could also, if you ever want to, I like them raw because of the crunch. But if you want to roast them, they're really good roasted. I'm gonna put some olive oil and some salt all over them and put them on top of the kefir cheese. So as long as there's salt and olive oil on each one, we're good. So now, here's the best part.
The best part.
You're assembling it. So we're gonna take a pita chip and we're gonna open this up. So this is kefir cheese or lebni. And basically what it is regular whole milk yogurt, and you put a tiny bit of salt in it, you mix it up, you put it in a cheesecloth, and you let it drain. So it's basically drained yogurt. It kind of has the consistency of cream cheese. I love the Mexican crema. You can use that. We can use this spreader, and you can just spread some kefir cheese on that pita chip. Okay, now let's put some sliced radishes.
It's beautiful.
It is.
What next? What next?
Then you can either use the whole Kalamata olive. I love the whole Kalamata olive, but you can also chop them up if you want. And if you want to add some green or color to it, you could buy edible flowers, or you can take a couple of these leaves and you could do something called julienne, where you just kind of roll it together like this, and then you just chop it up like that. So it's kind of like stringy. And then on top, you gotta add some olive oil. Some olive oil. Cue the olive oil.
If the olive oil is willing to cooperate.
Yeah. Why don't you give it a try and see what you think?
I think I will. Oh, wow.
Oh, so graceful. Good. Finish it up. You can use this. It's for you.